What is up, y'all? It is your girl GC the Trader, and we are back with another video breakdown, you guys. Hope everybody's having an amazing Monday. It is December 1st, 2025. It is the start of a new trade week and a start of a new trade month. And this is also the beginning of the last trade month of the year, you guys. And as you can see by the thumbnail, we did take a L on NQ, you guys, but it's okay. No harm, no foul. We got the data we needed, so that's what we're going to be going over in today's breakdown. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all what I wrote in today's journal, and yeah, probably check and see what news we have for tomorrow. But other than that, you guys, that's going to be all for today's video. So without further notice, let's get to this breakdown. All right, you guys, as you can see, we are on our NQ chart. I did use my 4-hour time frame for my key levels. I just like those a little bit better. I did confirm those key levels on my 1-hour time frame. Today's trade was off of a 30-minute demand, a 15-minute demand, and a 5-minute demand. So this setup that we caught was definitely a multiple time frame zone. This is my hour. Let me go down to my 30-minute. This is where my 30-minute zone started from. As you can see, I had it marked up right here. I had my 15-minute zone marked out because I did watch NQ from my 15-minute chart today, just because I liked it a little bit more better. It gave me a little bit more information than my 30-minute. So I had my 15-minute right here, which aligned up with my 30-minute. When I drop down to my 5-minute, hold on, let me tighten this up for you guys. All right. When I drop down to my 5-minute, this 30-minute and 15-minute was within a 5-minute demand zone that had not been tapped into yet. So all of those lined up, and it was my ideal entry. It was a multiple time frame zone. For me, this was an A plus setup. Let me see. As you can see, once price tapped into my zones, it tapped into my 15-minute and 5-minute first, and then I waited for price to see if it was gonna tap into my 30-minute, and it did. And after it tapped into my 30-minute, it almost hit the halfway point in my 15 and 5-minute demand zone, and then started to retrace. Once price broke my tap candle, the break of the candle, that is when I initially entered in. Well, actually, this was my tap candle. Price continued to be bearish after that tapped, and then once price started to give me that bullish momentum, I told myself, okay, on the break of the candle, which is my rules, I'm going to enter into the trade. I entered into the trade on the break of the candle on both of my funded accounts. And as you can see, I think probably like within a minute or so, we ended up getting stopped out of the trade, you guys. But after further reviewing this trade, based off of just these three zones that I was worried about in that initial moment, to me, I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I didn't really care I didn't really care to know what price was going to do. I guess you could say long term. I was initially worried about right here in the moment, and right here in the moment, I said, okay, if price taps my zones and then gives me the break of the candle, I am going to enter. So that's exactly what I did. Also, as you can see, none of my zones was invalidated, so it was no reason for me not to trust that this demand setup will play out. It is Monday, so I was only willing to risk 100 ticks, which is about $50. And yeah, price kind of stopped me out immediately after a minute of some back and forth action. Yeah, price ended up stopping me out, and we ended up taking an L, $50 on both of our funded accounts today, you guys. But after further reviewing the trade, I did notice that price did give me a fresh 5-minute zone that did form within a old 30-minute, 15-minute, and 5-minute zone. Now, I really didn't think to wait for more confirmation with this trade, only because um, this zone formed at like 9:30 New York, so like 8:30 my time. So this candle formed this demand 15 minute, 30 minute, 5 minute. It formed right at the market open. So I didn't really think that I needed more confirmation outside of price tapping into these zones. But by the time price did initially tap into the zone, these zones were an hour old. And as you can see, price did give us a fresh 5 minute zone right here. So let me remove this 15 minute real quick, and I'm gonna just mark up this 5 minute zone right here. And as you can see, hold on, you guys, delete this. Okay, so as you can see, price gave me a fresh 5 minute zone right here. It gave me a minor bracket breaker structure, which it did tap back into a previous key zone that it came from. It immediately after that minor breaker structure came back down to retest my zone. And if I would have, I guess you could say it, waited for this initial setup, if I would have waited, if I would have took the trade off of this fresh demand zone right here, price definitely would have hit my TP mark. So let me go ahead and mark this up. So yes, as you can see, if I would have waited for price to tap into this fresh demand zone, then it would have played out perfectly. But as I stated, I didn't feel this zone wouldn't hold out, only because price didn't go back and tap the zone. Also, it was a zone that formed at market open, so it was a lot of buy orders sitting there. So I had all the confidence into thinking that price will return back to this zone and make a higher high, and that's exactly what it did. But ultimately it was that fresh 5 minute demand that gave it that initial push to even make that higher high, you guys. So yeah, I'm not too mad at this trade. As I stated, it lined up from last week. Well, not even last week, from a few weeks ago. I think it was the second week of November. You know, your girl dealt with some psychology issues, lack of confidence, and kept myself out of a lot of trades. So the fact that, you know, when I entered this trade, I didn't have any fear. I didn't have any hesitation. I accepted, and I walked away when it hit my stop loss. It's Monday, so I only do one trade. Today was definitely a sticking to my plan type of day, because price gave me several opportunities to make more money today to cover that loss. And I'm not trying to get into the habit of trading to cover losses. I'm trying to accept the loss, walk away, and not get in the habit of trading, you get what I'm saying, just to cover some losses and then end up digging myself in a bigger hole. So I'm learning to just walk away at my one trade a day until I get to the point where, you know, I've passed my compound and I'm on a route to getting my payout. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really trying to chase price. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to trace price at all. I'm just trying to initially build my account to get to my target amount, to where I can start, you know, building and securing more profit so that I can secure me a payout. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm just in the process of being okay with taking my one trade, win or lose, and walking away. But yeah, price gave me this order block right here. Price respected. You know, price respected that order block. Boom, break of the candle. You know, risking 100. You get what I'm saying? This one would have actually hit, you know, 300. So that would have been my base hit if I would have took that one, because I actually seen that one form. Did not take that one. What is it? They also gave another one right here. This is a big zone, but I know some people who would have took a trade off of this. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that is a big zone. But I definitely know a few people who would have definitely taken that trade. Risk 100. This one was like right at your 1 or 2. Like this is right at the 200 mark. So yeah, like NQ gave us a lot of opportunities to take buys today. It respected supply and demand beautifully today. It even gave me a nice clean ICC indication, came back to retest the zone, and then shot forward. You know what I'm saying? So this was just perfect. It just, I had already taken my trade right here, and by the time I realized that, hey, price gave me a fresh demand zone, I was literally already in the trade. So me seeing the fresh demand zone right here, me seeing this order block right here, this all happened after I was already stopped out my initial trade that I took for today, you guys. So yeah, as you can see, yeah, today was an L, you guys, but we're not tripping. This is just data for us to get better. So we're not gonna beat ourselves up. I don't feel I did anything wrong. I don't feel like I jumped the gun. I don't feel like I entered early. I don't feel like any of those things. I said I don't have to know what price needs to do. All price has to show me is what it want to do, and I'm gonna react off of that. So yeah, you guys, I'm about to take this opportunity to read what I wrote in my journal for today. And for my journal, I said loss of $50 on both of my accounts. I said this was a M30, M15, and a M5 demand zone with the ICC concept. Once price tapped my zones, I waited for the break of the candle to enter. It's Monday, so my risk was 100 ticks for 200 ticks. After entering, no, I said after my entry, a minute later, price stopped me out. I didn't hesitate. I didn't overthink. Once I got the signs I needed in that moment, I entered. I didn't need to know what the market wanted to do next. Um, there was a probability that we will be on the right or wrong side of price today. Um, but it says this time we had the right idea, just the wrong time. And then I stated after reviewing this trade, price gave me a fresh M5 demand that got retested and went straight to my TP. That would have been the better entry for today. So yeah, you guys, that's what I wrote down in my journal. As I stated, I don't think I did anything wrong. This zone was the initial zone that I wanted to take my trade off of, and that is exactly what I did. It just so happened that I ended up getting stopped out before price wanted to do what it initially wanted to do, and I think it was like right over here. It was on this candle. Yeah, price just stopped me out before it wanted to do what we intended on it doing. But I'm okay with that because yes, I could have still been in the trade, and yes, I could have won the trade, but that would have been based on me over leveraging. And if we go to where it would have been comfortable enough, that would have been 215 ticks. That would have been over $100. And on Mondays, I am not okay with risking $100. Not at the beginning of the week for right now. So on Mondays and Fridays, as I stated before, I only want to risk about $50 and accept and walk away from there. But yeah, you guys, that's it for today's breakdown. As I stated, I wasn't going to hold y'all and take up too much of y'all time. I hope y'all had an amazing start to this new trade week. I hope y'all was able to catch some amazing trades. But if you couldn't, it is okay. It is only Monday. It is the start of a trade week, and we have a lot of more days left in this trade week. We have a lot of days left in the month, so let's not chase price and chase market on this Monday. Accept win or lose, secure them profits, and walk away. But with that being said, you guys, I appreciate y'all for sitting down and going over this trade breakdown with me. So until next time, your girl GC the Trader is out.